KalabawCNC vlog. So, yeah, we actually got that transmission replaced in the truck. It was so awesome. Oh, by the way, I'm here in the Charlotte airport. Just got off work. Well, not really off work because I'm never off work, but you know how it goes. So here we go. Just heading home and trying to get to my gate here. Yeah, we pulled that transmission out, got the, we didn't actually change the flywheel, we just changed the pressure plate and the clutch itself. So once we pulled that clutch plate out, it was like, there was nothing left. I mean, the rivets were worn down. My mechanic was able to come over and help me out. And the pressure plate had like massive grooves in it, so that definitely had to come out, which came part of the kit, so it worked out really, really good. Let's see what else. Yeah, so once we got the pressure plate and the clutch back in, my mechanic, amazing mechanic, totally awesome. He helped me get that thing remounted back on the engine. We hooked up all the electronics, all the hydraulics, and then I think we put the catalytic converters back on and reinstalled the entire exhaust system. And after all of that, then let's see. Yeah, then we had fun putting that structural member back in with those bolts I was having such a hard time with. Finally got that figured out. And so there was a couple things that didn't get done. The heat shields for the exhaust manifolds didn't get changed, or I'm sorry, they're not remounted. So we got to tap out the screws because they sheared off on the ends. There's a oil leak on the oil filter adapter. So I tried to get it at like O'Reilly's or AutoZone, but they didn't have it. It's a dealer part, so I had to go to the dealership to get it. And that worked out okay because I was able to do it while I was here in Charlotte for work. Just ran down to the Nissan dealership in Lake Norman and picked it up. So that worked out pretty good. It was like $6. Problem was it took like an hour to get me checked out just because I was so early. I was the first customer there. But we finally did get that, so I got that here in my bag. Just taking it home. We'll work on that and the heat shield, and I think we might end up actually adjusting the parking brake a little bit more because it's still a little bit loose. We did fix that up. And then of course the chipper shredder, the exhaust manifold on that, or not the exhaust manifold, the carburetor. The carburetor on that chipper shredder still needs to be fixed, but I think I can get all of that done this weekend. I may not get anything else done, but at least I can get that done, which is really exciting because I'm actually looking forward to starting working on that plastic. So that'll be the next thing I start to work on. Anyways, I guess that's my update for this week, and we'll see how far. I'll give another update, see how far we get over the weekend. All right, take care, guys. See you. Hey, so I just got here to the Atlanta airport. There's one other thing I forgot to tell you about, was the little bit about what happened with when we put those catalytic converters back on. Got that first turn the engine back over. So I used a lot of PP brake to break all those nuts and bolts out. But once I got it, I mean, of course, I'm not going to get all the residue, the oily residue off of there. So we ended up a little bit of that stuff still sticking on there. And when I turned the engine on, the catalytic converters and the whole exhaust system got really hot. It just started smoking like crazy and smoked out my whole garage. I've had to pull the vehicle out into the driveway, and smoked out the driveway, and ended up driving around the neighborhood just to make sure everything was working right. Tachometer was giving some some strange readings, so we'll have to maybe adjust the tachometer or look at where the data is going wrong on that one. Maybe there was a sensor that you can get plugged back in or something. Other than that, it just drove it around the neighborhood and smoked out the whole neighborhood, and finally came back. I set up some box fans and ventilated the garage. And then pulled the car in and parked the truck out in the driveway. So maybe I'll show you when I get back there, show the garage and everything with it all cleaned up. Or once I'm starting working on that chipper shredder. Anyways, I'm here in Atlanta, so I better get going. I got to catch my next flight. And yeah, we'll talk to you later. See ya.